Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new loot video for you all today. So today I bring you loot from 24 hours of Barrows, starting at KC 2889 and ending with whatever KC we have 24 hours after that. The goal for this video is to see the prices of each of these Barrows items that I do receive. As you can see, the Torag's plate body was the very first of this video, and after each item I do receive, I will price check it for you guys so we can see the current price of Barrows items in 2021 and really test the hourly rates here, see how much profit we can make while using a Trident. All the cost of those supplies will add up, I'm sure. Other than all those Barrows items that we can expect, we will also be getting a lot of elite clue scrolls. It's very common from Barrows, and we will complete every single one of them. I'm not going to be transforming these elites into masters for this one. I think it's just easier to see the loot from elites, since most people that do Barrows, I'd imagine, are average combat, and most of those players can probably do elites rather than masters. I did receive a nice 200k elite clue followed by a 500k master clue to start off the video, and then ironically on my next elite, which was an average 100k, I did get another master clue. So I'd never really seen that before back to back there, which led to my first mimic, leading me actually to 19 mimic KC overall. Never had a third age item from one of these mimics. I know that you do get an extra roll for the master clue, which is always a good bonus, and I did unlock a new collection log item, the Samurai Casa. Beautiful RuneLite plugin showing whenever you get a collection log item from any clue scroll or anything in general. Really did come in handy for this video, that plugin, because I was missing an Aram's hood to complete this Barrows collection log, which is crazy to think because we're almost 3,000 chests and still no Aram's hood. However, I did receive a rune spear from that Avian Sea, and following that I got an 84k elite, so I guess it's all not too bad. But the next Barrows chest was a Vurox flail, the next item in this video. Not the best one to see. If you're looking for weapon, you're probably going to want to be seeing the DH axe or Guthan spear, which hopefully we will see throughout this video. But the main goal really was for the collection log Aram's hood. That was the item I wanted to see the whole time. Certainly not these Torag hammers, but they do look pretty nice, just like that lovely Hydra pet that I had out looking at these Barrows chests with me. Shortly after the Torag hammers, I guess Jagex felt like giving me another plate body, which was a back-to-back drop, back-to-back Torag's chest, so that's really nice. I rarely do see back-to-back chests or double chests, anything like that. But through 3,000 Barrows KC, I've pretty much seen it all, so there is that. The gear for this video was pretty simple, just a set of full melee and mage void. I used mage void with the trident, and I used the whip as well as the dragon dagger for Arams, and I even used the trident on Carroll's too. That's kind of how I do Barrows. Did manage to get a scarf there for the collection log, and following that another elite clue scroll. Was really seeing a lot of elite clues throughout the making of this video, especially in the beginning and even towards the middle and end. Honestly, I was just getting really good RNG with those. Rewards from them though, not so much. Very average so far. But about 70 chests in, here we are with an Aram's robe skirt. Very nice reward. That is definitely what you want to see here. Any Aram's pieces, the robe top, the robe skirt, as well as Carroll's top, and then DH body and legs. Those are definitely the most expensive Barrows items right now, and that Aram's robe skirt alone is almost 1.3 million, so it really does help the price check, and we will throw that in the Barrows tab with all the other items. I did have to recharge my trident shortly after that, and I was using the runes that I got from Barrows to recharge my trident. The only thing that I had to buy was just little scales, which are not worth pretty much anything right now. I think they're about 100 GP each. They used to be 250. So if you do want to do Barrows right now with a toxic trident, you will save a decent amount of money, but you really don't need a toxic trident for Barrows. All of the brothers have 0 magic defense, and you can hit through them like butter, so you can bring any magic for that. We did receive another mimic though from an elite clue scroll, another master reward of a top hat this time, 422k, my 20th mimic overall. Really nice to see that collection log pop up, but it'd be even nicer to see one that was worth more money. Still no luck on those clue scrolls. But back to the Barrows chests though, I did receive a Carroll's coif shortly after I returned. And if you are curious as to what those things are in my inventory, the green things, a lot of people were asking me about them while I was streaming this, and they are essentially just strange old lockpicks. You can buy them in the Grand Exchange for about 70k, 60k these days, and you can open up any Barrows door that you are unable to access. So in other words, you can get to the the chest within seconds as soon as you enter the crypts, and that's exactly why I buy it. I really feel like it's worth the purchase. And as you can see here on screen, 3,000 Barrows KC has been accomplished, and man, I wish those lockpicks came out sooner because those would have been done much faster. Leading us into the Carroll's Crossbow though, which is a nice item. Current price is only 132k, but I do see it going up once they nerf the blowpipe in the future, so maybe hold on to that one. After the Carroll's Crossbow, I was rewarded with the Guthan's War Spear, which used to be the most expensive Barrows item at a record price of I think 7 or 8 mil at one point, maybe even more than that, but nowadays it just sits at around 300 to 400k. Even this DH helmet on screen, this used to be the most expensive Barrows item in the other RuneScape, and that is only about 200k. So yeah, things do go down over time. It just kind of happens. Too many supplies, not enough demand. Guthan's helmet was the same story, but again, it is decent to see items. I mean, it's always a good feeling to see Barrows items, and you always get that RNG with clue scrolls as well. So don't count out Barrows just yet. I think it's the same as Zulrah. You know, a lot of the rares go down over there, but it still has elites, it still has mutagens and a pet and things like that. Personally, I would love to see a Barrows pet, but I don't think it's ever going to happen because then a lot more people would come here and there'd be so many more Barrows items in the game, so who knows what the price would go to then. But it would be a great collection log item, and all the Barrows I've done, 3,000 chests later, I was finally able to get a skeleton champion scroll from these skeletons. I think on average per Barrows run I kill 3 skeletons to get me to 88% loot potential. That's just how I've always done it. You can always do it different ways though. So that means I killed about 9,000 skeletons to get that. So that's really nice. I just was really surprised to see that. Following that, we did get a Torag's helmet and yet again another Torag's plate body, and then of course Carroll's did kill me at the Barrows chest. That's what you get when you don't bring any prayer potions. Whenever I would have a tunnel, if it was ever Carroll's, I'd always be afraid, but in that rune pouch I have entangles, so if it was any other brother I'd usually be okay, and the special attacks would always take care of Arums, but just be cautious of Carroll's, especially for you hardcore Ironmen out there. The Super Combat Sip was really assisting with Arums though, and I do recommend that, as well as an Imbued Heart for anyone who can afford it. It really does increase your magic level, and that does help here, but again, it's not 100% necessary. Finally, we did see a DH body, 900k from that, and before that it was just a Carroll's Coif. A lot of these Barrows chests, they can be pretty disappointing. Sometimes you'll just open them and see mind runes and coins, and I understand if that makes you never want to go back again. Barrows has certainly seen its more popular days through the years. I don't know if it's ever going to get a resurgence of popularity. If they ever do some Barrows extension, I'm sure you can see some more popularity coming from that. But other than that, we will just have to wait and see. So here is the last master clue of the video, 1.7 mil, and that was a great way to end the 24-hour session. It's now time to do the price check, see how much we made in this time. Unfortunately, no Arums hood for the collection log, so we will return one day. The overall loot from the runes and the bolt racks and coins did come out to be 13.4 mil, and that was all after using 3 different times to recharge my trident, so you just gotta factor that into the runes there. So we have 13.4 mil in all the runes, and all the Barrows items do add an additional 4.1 million. Definitely seen its better days. So we have 13.4 plus 4.1 with an overall amount of 17.5 mil from 24 hours of Barrows. If you do add in the 3 mil from the clue scrolls, that would bring us up to 20.5 mil. So almost averaging 1 mil an hour at Barrows. That's not terrible. It's not quite what I want to see, but at the same time, if we had better RNG, we would have made more money. 287 Barrows just done, as well as all those elites and masters, means we were averaging about 12 an hour, which is not terrible considering the lockpicks as well. The total supplies with the lockpicks, the scales, as well as everything else did come out to be about 2.5 to 3 mil, so overall you're going to see the same, just about 17.5 mil from these 24 hours. But that is it for now, guys. What is your thoughts? Do you think Barrows is still worth it in 2021? Would you like to see a Barrows pet? What is your thoughts on Barrows? Let me know in the comments section below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and until next time, Mr. No Sleep out.